You've heard of vampires, ghosts, and werewolves, but today you're going to be introduced to 5 more mythical monstrosities. Joining the ranks of hot horrors, along with the vampire or mermaid, we have the Hulder, a Scandinavian seductress of the woods. At first glance, the Hulder just looks like a regular woman, albeit with the tail of a fox or cow. Oh, go figure, even the Vikings had furries. The Hulder are known for luring men into danger. They'd beckon a man into the forest, pretending to be human in order to goad him into marrying her, which would make her a real human. If the man figured out he was being tricked before they could be wed, the Hulder was known to viciously murder him in rage. However, if the marriage was seen through, he would stand to gain great rewards. Also in the form of being murdered, but you know. So gentlemen, if you see a hot furry beckoning you into the woods, it's just not worth it. Moving into more classic monster territory, we have the Jeresy Devil, a demonic beast said to terrorize the state of New Jersey. There are a number of origin stories for the devil, but the most popular surrounds a woman called Mother Leeds in the 1700s. Rather unsurprisingly, Mother Leeds had 12 children, a shocking amount even for the time. However, I guess she decided unlucky 13 was the last straw, as when she discovered the pregnancy, Mother Leeds cursed the child, declaring it would be a devil. Some tellings of the story depict Mother Leeds as a witch, and the father of the child as Satan himself, but regardless of the virgin, what happened next is indisputable. On a rainy night with a storm raging outside, Mother Leeds gave birth to what seemed to be a completely normal child, until it began to twist and malform, springing a tail, the wings of a bat, the head of a goat. It viciously attacked those around it before fleeing through the chimney. Ever since the devil has prowled the pine woods of Jersey, hunting its prey. Accounts from people as prominent as Joseph Bonaparte, the older brother of Napoleon, reported seeing the devil, with sightings as late as 1909. Eventually, the panic got so bad, the Philadelphia Zoo offered a $10,000 reward for the capture of the demon, leading to various hoaxes, including one gentleman who attached razor-sharp claws to a kangaroo. I'm sure that ended well. Anyway, moving back over to Europe, our next barbaric behemoth is from the Isle of Sardinia, a hulking monster of gargantuan proportion. You've probably heard of a werewolf, but have you heard of a were-cow? Because Sardinian legends speak of a creature known as the Erichtu, a man who committed terrible deeds and transformed into a white ox on a full moon. Sometimes accompanied by demons, the Erichtu would find its way to the nearest house and bellow at the top of its lungs 3 times, echoing throughout the whole of Sardinia. According to the legend, by the end of the next year, the master of the house would fall dead. There was only one way to save the Erichtu from its torment. That's to remove both of the candles on its head in one fell swoop, either by blowing them out or with the perfect shot. You'd think windy days might be a problem for this thing. Anyway, our next tale is a little less scary and more scammy, because in the early 1900s, some mystics in the UK and US believed in the existence of fairies visible to only the human eye. This was usually regarded as nothing but complete insanity until 2 young girls, Elise Wright and her cousin Frances Griffith, snuck out to the stream behind their Cottingley, UK home and took a series of 5 photographs depicting what appeared to be real, living fairies. Eventually, the girl's mother brought the photo to a mystic group who had them assessed for authenticity. It was concluded by the group that the fairies were entirely genuine, unfaked photographs. Those who already believed in the creatures took this as proof of their existence, including one Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the author of Sherlock Holmes. When Doyle, a committed mystic, heard of the photos, he believed them to be key in opening the world's eyes to the spiritual. He quickly published the tale in the paper as proof of the existence of these fairies. The reaction to this was mixed. Many called Doyle a fool and pointed out that the children are known to play pranks. But others ate up the tale and began to believe in mythical fairies just as Doyle suggested would happen. This was the state of affairs for longer than 60 years, until 1983, where the 2 girls finally came clean. They reported that they had cut the fairies out from a children's book, and that the fairies in the photos were just cardboard cutouts. Both women claimed that the reason they had stayed quiet was for Doyle's sake, to avoid embarrassing the public figure. Although, you have to put some blame on the grown man believing in fairies. Anyway, moving back into the murderous with our next creature, we have the Aswang of Philippine myth. The vicious Aswang is not a single creature, but more of a type of monster, from bloodsuckers to witches and ghouls. According to accounts, the Aswang would dwell in the darkness of cemeteries or forests, prowling as it hunts its prey. Some of them might lurk in the streets of cities or towns, brutalizing those unwise enough to wander at night. They were known for causing miscarriages, and thus, rituals to ward off the Aswang and prevent deadly miscarriages were developed. These included flipping a ladder leading to the house upside down, or marching under the house to fight off the Aswang that might be lurking in its shadow. You can even buy anti-Aswang oil to ward the beast off. And that's all, folks. Please like and subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments down below if my mic still sucks.